have any good stun. This could be a good Dragonite game for Team Liquid as well. It's not an instant stun, has a cast animation, but you can still surprise Puck once you get a Blink Dagger or just get a Shadow Blade. Power damage as well. I think they just need a little bit more control and something that pairs up with the Grimstroke ulti, any kind of a skill target spell.
As you mentioned, a lot of the teams going away from this hero after they gave it a stab. What do you think the reason was that they moved away from Puck?
I think the mid hero pool is in a weird place to begin with right now. It didn't look like it had the kind of. Basically, they found other heroes that they thought were better. It's a lame answer, but there's so much yet to be discovered with this patch. That
didn't seem to be good enough.
I saw some teams play it. Looked okay. It didn't look like there were some lane matchups that got punished in, and yeah.
And now we're
I don't have a great answer for you,
no, but that's the thing. But I think it's an important thing to bring up. Now when we are seeing it, now we can keep our eye on that hero as the last pick does come in on the side of Liquid.
I was actually thinking about Venomancer, but it's so hard to actually predict what Team Liquid is gonna pick. They have this like unique style, and you never know what they're gonna surprise you with. This is the hero that
why though?
It's not gonna die. I think they just need someone to pressure the towers. It's not a control against the Puck. I feel like they feel Enigma, Grimstroke, and GH in this Earth. It's going to be enough to control the Puck.
Again, it's a comfort pick for Liquid, and I think that's important when you talk about playing around a stand-in. You give Matoma a hero that he has both a lot of comfort on and ability to steamroll one ahead and play from parity or a little bit behind. I think it's a hero though that Ori's going to do fine again. So I was expecting them to go
ability items. The hero can build anything. So whatever you need, he can build Crimson Guard, Pipe, Mech, Burn, or whatever, Aghanim Step, or Staffs. Any kind of team fighting item, he can get it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see which route they do jump in right now to the game. We're gonna have to see if Liquid's gonna be able to take it in at 2-0, or if we're gonna this away to a game.
Thanks so much. Game 3. Is it in the cards for this Liquid versus Vici? What do you think? Is the Venom what Liquid needed?
It's pretty nice because they've got this TB and this Enigma, which are these like super powerhouse heroes, and it's Liquid, right? I was looking at you like right before they even picked the hero, and I was thinking it's gonna be some like Bristol or Venomancer. It ends up being this one. They just love playing this like disruptive hero on Matu. If he's not playing like the Monkey King, which he played phenomenally in the last time, it's just this disruptive hero, and for this one, it's just like this this tower protector and this pressure in lanes where he doesn't really have to be much with it. It's gonna be fun. This hero always causes a bunch of problems.
We gotta get Nahaz on the stats of how many times he's played Venomancer, because holy crap, this guy plays this all the time. I remember like seeing him on streams and stuff, playing Veno constantly.
Plays it in pubs.
All the time. Who plays Veno in pubs?
He loves playing. He plays it at. I'll spoil this one too. He plays it in party queue.
Oh god.
He picks it in party queue, and I party queue with it.
It's like Jack.
Yeah.
Except Jack goes to the jungle, makes everybody cry. He does.
So let's see. We have the Ori. So it's a pretty confident Vici going for like this more protect one strategy versus an Enigma, which can be a little bit devastating because you know your Enigma just can focus fire onto the Luna and the Tidehunter. If he's able to ever get those two together, it's gonna be really hard for them to disrupt if he actually does go BKB and Tidehunter. You know, sometimes we see that Tidehunter is like the combo breaker because you can crack a child off of the RP and crack in a black hole on yourself.
Nope. No. It's a bad time. It's one of the biggest sort of counters that you end up seeing to Tidehunter, like Disruptor being one of those other ones, or Void or something like that. So I definitely like it a lot. And I think that while Puck does have some of those problems of like sort of static damage, the best time that you can have him is if you coil a couple people and say, all right, Luna's just going to beat you while you're stuck here.
Yeah, that's one thing. I think that's why they actually picked this Puck. It's that they have really good things that synergize with the coil. They have a Chain Frost and they have Eclipse. You get coiled, you're going to get hit by that Chain Frost and you're going to get hit by that Eclipse inside of it. Or you're going to have to break your coil and then you're stunned forever. I'm really curious about this mid because I think Matu's really going to struggle. This is Ori's, in my opinion, his either his like best or his second best hero overall, and it's a clear base damage advantage.
Oh, Fade! One last punch. The Kuro Painty Man gives him the kill. And with that, it's going to be first blood going towards Team Liquid. The other thing to maybe watch for, we did see the Ags Tusk earlier. Maybe you get the coil and a little kick as we see another punch here on the Yang, and another kill.
That first meta usage, very successful for Liquid to guarantee their lane. They even have capped the lane equilibrium down bottom.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Yep.
Yeah, normally you see that just get all messed up if you're going for those kills.
If you're going for those, like the two of them, like you're like, oh man, you know, lane gets pushed out, but no, they kept it in the right place.
Well, speaking of being in the right place, Vici wrapping around behind the tower and able to find mind control. So he's been getting the business this match. He got destroyed last time, and I mean, obviously made a big impact on that dark tier later. Probably can do the same thing on this Enigma was on.
Both heroes kind of have the same concept of being able to just retreat and jungle a little bit, right? Enigma, same thing as that dark tier, but Vici want to punish him the second time as he steps up, gets the idle once. Oh, we'll get all of them.
Oh my god, the tag team for the kill.
Yep.
Get it? Oh, he could have denied that.
He tried. I think he tried.
We're going to bring in GH here, give him a little bit better time. And the plus side of this Enigma is that you're still getting denies on range creeps, even when you're not necessarily doing a lot.
Oh my god, Ori.
Bucked lane.
Ori jaunted to try to dodge Mach 2's Gale, and he actually jaunted into Ancients and lost his entire health pool. That may have just changed the entire matchup. He has to bring a salve probably on the courier, and he was getting close to bottle. That's huge. He's losing in the last hits kind of significantly.
Oh man, that would have been dead, I think, for the puck. Yeah. He got caught by that.
Maybe that's huge though. He literally took 400 damage from Ancients.
A little bit of a misplay there. We'll get punished because of it.
Yep.
Paparazzi, meanwhile,
reset, please.
Trying to deal with these Eidolons yet again as they bring GH up. It looks like Mind Control's gonna have a better time because of it. So far, so good. I mean, how much is that a detriment as far as like the whole laning stage goes?
Should still be. I mean, for Ori, he's still gonna have a good time. Just that base damage advantage over Venom. So you're 76 puck. You have a better way to force the wave constantly. I just was like, when I first saw him, John, I thought he actually got the Prowlers, and I thought he was dead.
Oh, okay,
if it was Prowlers, with 100% dead on the puck there, and it would have been a kill to Mach 2.
So Yang against Shadow after those first couple of deaths has been able to equalize in this lane. Brought GH to the top side and the roll in. Going to hit instead onto DY. Makes this a little bit tough to get the initiation. Maybe could have kicked the brought down tower, hit on him.
Perhaps, yeah. Kick is a little bit, the distance is a bit small right on the first few levels.
Yeah.
But maybe. Yeah, we see mid. Already still be able to control those last hits, but yeah, the biggest winner, like you're mentioning, because GH had to go top to try to help this dive that's coming out.
Oh, nice catch there with the Listen Beam by Paparazzi.
Very nice. And GH's movement top is seeming kind of painful for Liquid here, because now Yang bottom has completely kind of caught his own grip of bottom lane. He's almost level 5 on the Tide Hunter now too, and yeah, GH just dies top too. So. Bit of wasted movement there coming out from it.
This isn't necessarily an easy lane for Shadow either. Although Tide did not go for any points into Gush in this lane stage. He wants to mitigate whatever damage Shadow's doing and make sure he doesn't take any red clicks either from that. I mean,
this is such a happy Yang though. He's like, I'm 0 and whatever, 20 last hits the Tide. Kind of his Soul Ring or his whatever item he decides to go for soon. He just walks into the neutral camp. He's like, okay.
Bite me.
Yeah.
That's doing nothing. GH is going to move in.
They've got meta though, so this is where they could try.
Inkswell on top of Yang, going to get the stun. Does he get the... Well, Kraken Shell doesn't matter. Yang just going to pop. And Shadow gets the kill.
Bit over aggressive. Got very confident, but yeah, with meta they have the damage and the return kill.
He gets the deny first.
He takes out that range creep. He's like, if I'm dying, still deny something.
3-3. 5 minutes in. Bounty runes look like they're going to go 2 apiece for each team.
You see Shadow with that meta usage. Wants to make the most out of it. Goes to the Ancients, starts farming his, and gives Kuroki the lane. So Grimstroke is a 5 position in this game, but they're prioritizing Kuro getting some levels.
That will definitely be nice. Even though they don't necessarily have the best of combinations. with the Soulbind. Still the levels on the hero make all the difference in the world as Mind Control gets the D-word.
They have, I mean, they don't have great ones, but like even just like the small little mini stunts that can come out from like a Malefice can be kind of annoying.
Oh my god, so much shit all over the map here. Is you're going to be able to find another kill on the Mind Control as Ori died in mid lane, so not often that you get Earth Spirit able to gank the puck like that.
No. Must have used the orb, I guess, aggressively. I wasn't actually looking at mid.
Yeah.
And Mod is caught up with double wraith bands and stuff too. His last hits are looking a lot crisper.
6 minutes in, every time there's a rotation from one side, the other one makes something happen as well.
Yeah.
Looks like Veil is going to be the call for Ori. They do have a lot of magical damage.
With, like we were saying, with Lich and Eclipse, right? Those two, if they get caught in a coil, it's going to be an incredible amount of magic. He's making the move now too. Coil.
Got him. The feet pulls him back in, and well, didn't stand a chance. That could be something interesting. You break the coil with Sinister Gaze.
I was trying to think ones that they could use to do it, but yeah, that was a little. It could have.
Could have. Yang slowed down again. On top of him, giving him the punches. This guy's just gonna TP out of there though.
What? Oh man. Mind Control. They've got a ward. They see him.
Oh no. He drops down the Midnight Pulse, but will eventually fall.
He does the ward. There immediately pings it. But this rotation by Ori, he used the coil, and this is all under an Arcane Rune. So still has efficient mana, sitting up high, and his coil is going to be back in 8 seconds for another move.
I will say, Liquid feel like they've been sacrificing Mind Control a lot in this series so far.
They really have. I mean, you just got scoring now. Level 4 on the Enigma. This tide's level 6.
They're going back in again. Oh my god!
Mind Control.
Don't worry. Everything's fine. Quick 3. Everything will be okay.
Oh, that's costly though. That's a bit too many now on Mind Control. It's 5 already.
I think he was 6 at this point last game, so he's still under.
He did have a bit more farming though, right? Like he had just Ion Shells to get him farm. As an Enigma, you can't just Ion Shell. Sure, your Eye Lines could farm and stuff, but it's not the same as this Ion Shell that gets you all that. You actually have to be there.
And might have been feeding away some Eidolons here and there as well. We've been seeing Luna take out a lot of them. It feels like 52 last hits, 12 denies on the Luna.
Already Mask of Madness finished up. So it's going to be that Luna versus Power Blade farm. As Paparazzi has been boosted just a little bit more, getting all those kills on Mike.
It is still Vici that are in the slight lead though. Yep, 7 kills. And feeling quite good about it as they head over here. Kuro try and take a walk away.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of a gold advantage, but Liquid has a little bit of an experience advantage because of, you know, the terribly jungling and Kuroki getting a free lane. Right. So it's a nearly level 6 on the skirmish stroke.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They've seen this a couple of times from teams, sort of hiding out in the trees, trying to gather whatever experience you can when pushing that tier 1 tower, as it's looking like a smoke up from the Earth Spirit and the Venomancer. They're going to wrap around in the dire jungle, and Paparazzi,
ward down.
They spot him very briefly here. Matumbo Man with GH could maybe make something happen, but they're going to go into Kuro in the bottom lane as well, as he is going to try and get out of there. The shards, it looks like we'll be able to find that kill. Meanwhile, in the jungle, trying to take down Paparazzi, they will get that kill as well.
Wow, and he pinged them. You saw that too, like after they put the ward down, he pinged in the area and kind of like seemed like, wait, I'm not sure, no. But then he just gets caught by them anyway, because they were smoked, only
big.
Mind Control gets a lot of space out of it. Gets 2 or 3 or maybe 4 waves up, and now gonna get tower pressure.
Level 6, got Soul Ring, gonna have boots here,
and we
can see where he's been, just dying over and over again in that lane.
Yeah, I mean he has no other place to really be than Enigma in this game. He has to just pressure this top tower. So, like I said, the puck was going for the Veil. We look at Venomancer, same thing, because you look at his side of the team, they have a Grimstroke, they have an Earth Spirit. Great Veil game for them.
Level 9 on that Venomancer. Currently sitting at the highest level in the game. Terrorblade net worth chart, you can also see he's starting to top it with the Luna being up there, in spite of that death.
Yeah,
at the 10-minute mark.
She got her, I guess, probably like the item that makes you farm faster first. Right? You got the Master Madness finished a little bit before the T has either the Blade of Alacrity or the Yasha. Now Shadow, with the Yasha coming out, he's going to be able to keep that pace, if not surpass. It's Paparazzi, instead of just straight pulling, he's gone bottom, and You see the build we saw this done yesterday. The high
roll in, big initiation. They drop down the ulti as well from Matumba Man, but the coil there to try and turn it. Seeing if they can lifesteal through this to keep that Luna alive, but it's not going to be quite enough. And with that, Liquid find a defining kill as Luna goes down, and D-Walk will as well.
GPM talent now picked up by Matu as well. Those type of games. Sometimes I have been seeing people grab this Veno, but in this type of game, it's like a Luna. It's usually when you're playing versus like melee type carries, you can keep just Gale consistently on them, but GPM is. But I haven't seen that. I have seen more of that Veno.
It does feel like Liquid's strategy in this game is just sort of send Matumba Man around with this hero and make things happen. They've killed off the other hard carry space now, and as you said, Shadow's just been left to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think that's why he likes to play the bristle and you just go to the enemy team and you're in space.
Yeah.
So it's by the way Matu's almost always the way he's played for this team, except when he was playing like the Lycan and the Lone Druids and stuff in the past.
Right.
But since then, he's taken the role of space maker.
Ori, long duration silence there. Just throw out that magnetize. It looks like this puck is likely to die. Kuro initiated on at mid lane, but Earth Spirit's going to make that rotation, and they get anything. They don't have magnetize here, otherwise I think they fight that. Nearby, but they call it off, and Grimstroke's just going to give up his...
And immediately you see Matu pokes to tier 2. He's just going to park those Venom Wards, try to stall them, so that they can keep getting this farm on the Terror Blade. And this farm on the Enigma. We see, right, Mind Control, 0 and 5 earlier, but all the way up, pretty last inch, and he has a full Midas now on the Enigma.
I mean, he's still going to be behind for a while here, but it's at least the beginnings of a comeback, it feels like.
For himself.
It's going to take a while for that extra 1 tower to drop, it looks like. At least... They're going to send in some illusions. Look for deny. No, not going to happen. Oh, he did. He got it.
He got it.
Oh, Shadow. What a player.
That was absolutely beautiful. They both hit the Venom Wards and the
I think so.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
I thought the Venom Wards got it. Actually.
Midas for the Enigma.
Yep. Midas Enigma. They've got GPM talent on Veno as well. They're going to have probably the GPM talent on the Grimstroke pretty soon. Kuroki's been getting a lot of levels this game.
CDR for the Enigma, which is basically a GPM talent that comes at 15.
Yep.
Nonetheless, Paparazzi here going to try and keep up his farm. I mean, we have seen Luna occasionally take over the game when they're ahead, but it's feeling like Luna's not ahead in this game.
No, she's, like we mentioned, it is a 4 protect. There's a lot on that Luna to actually just straight up carry.
Where do we go from here? Earth Spirit again trying to get set up, and
I don't think
at this point.
Vici, I think like they want to be able to put some pressure on.
Yeah.
Like we said, like be running around with at least 4 heroes while Paparazzi tries to farm, because Liquid, it's the same thing that they did kind of last time. This one, it's like they need a BK or anything for their timing, but they know now they've got a Midas Enigma, they've got their terrible free farming. Venomancer also having a good time.
Oh,
they're probably feeling pretty good about farming.
Well, that's why you see Vici go in there, get the kill on the Earth Spirit at least. Not probably the hero that they would have loved to get, but they take it. But also to see that the Tidehunter ended up getting the Bassi, but it was the Tusk that picks up the full Vlads.
Yeah, I did see that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Bassi is still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Bassi and Vlads do stack.
Right.
But it's just so useful to have the Vlads on the Tide, though, because it benefits your anchor. So maybe they're thinking that they're not going to be always like the Tusk is always going to be the Luna. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Nonetheless, as we hit the 15-minute mark, let's set up for bounty rooms again. Yang has been able to farm somewhat aggressively here on this side of the map. Has the full hood completed. Might be going towards the pipe soon.
Yeah, pipe game on both sides. Just trying to. I don't know if they're going to build one on the side of Liquid. I think it's maybe GH. GH might be the one to do it. Yeah, he's got 2 bracers and a hood queued up.
The vet looks like he has his queued as well, so they might go for it.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I actually did see him pick up the hood earlier.
Venom's Embrace. Fade trying to run, but the Snowball onto the creep, seeing if he can walk away afterwards. Shards up Matumba Man, but then backs away. Nice play there to keep him alive, and Puck going in. Soulbind's now on 2. They're thinking about chasing this one down as well. The stone is going to go out as well. Can they do enough though? The Chain Frost already out. Rabbit try and turn this one. They caught on to 2, and it looks like maybe Vici can take part if I'm keeping around that, but now Shadow shows up. And with that, Metamorphosis up trying to chase one. And CB and take down Yang, but Tumble Man is still living throughout all of that. You can't peel out that investment so that easily, and Puck is going to get punished.
Oh my god. They had to do so much to kill Mott. Look at the Lich almost. Oh, it was looking like a great fight from Vici because they had this high position with everybody there, but Veno is just so tanky with this hood. 1800 HP plus hood. GH actually missed the silence too in the first roll that he went in for too. It was looking a bit scary, but
that was nuts. And then compare how much damage also the Veno did in that fight. 47, almost 5,000 damage. What a Venomancer will do.
Veno does, yep. Even if he dies, little wards, as long as he gets his ult off. Incredibly significant. And yeah, Control's gotten all the space in the world. Just like we were saying, he's still not all the way at the top, but look at that recovery. He's close to the puck at least, and like we were saying, BKB, that's going to be huge for them. Nobody can really stop him. Once he gets a BKB, there's just free control in the fights for Mike.
Like it's been about 200 gold for the as far as killing off those Eidolons. The biggest in the world, you know, they're doing a good job of it. So 16 minutes, and you said that they felt pretty comfortable, Team Liquid, sort of just farming up and stuff, but it shows there that mid lane that they're capable of taking a fight if Vici overextend.
Yeah, definitely. Especially it was kind of like the way it happened, right? It's like I think they like. Oh my god, we were here inside of Vici, but Shadow was pretty close because he's farming that, you know, farming the ancient areas. It's this Terrorblade. This isn't like the location, but yeah, they're still pretty keen on fighting.
Yeah.
It just switched from the hood. I think he was probably saying like I want to go pipe, and then Mod was like, wait, I already have one. So a little bit.
Barazzi now getting towards that BKB.
He really needs it. There's a lineup. I mean, both sides have a lot of magic, so eventually the BKBs will need it, but they want to get their, you know, first little greedy farming items before they have to for that BKB.
Yeah, 1K net worth lead right now for Team Liquid. Does feel like that could become more and more pronounced. These are going to go towards the top lane. It's the Tide Hunter moving in there. The rest of Vici on the other side of the map. We'll see if I mean, it doesn't feel like you want to try and pressure a Tide here under the tower.
No. Not when he's got the full finished pipe, just 1800 HP pipe like, on the tower. It can be pretty scary.
Earth Spirit on the high ground there. Is the smoke going to break? Looks like instead they're going to find it was just a TB illusion. Smoke popped on him and the TB was the rip on in the... And now Earth Spirit wrapping around from the other side. Vici, they have eyes on him. They're going to snowball up here onto the Earth Spirit, try and take him down at the start of the fight, see if they can burst him in time, and they won't be able to. And Shadow, maybe a bit far forward, but Vici not comfortable going for the full initiation. He got hit by the Gil. He doesn't have his BKB. Oh, he does have it there. Popped it. Would have been very deadly otherwise. Chase forward for more. They already dropped down the Midnight Pole. Shadow trying to fuck away, but he's in the coil. Ori gets the silence there. Oh, Ravage to follow it. Can they burst him into the snowball comes through? And they still manage to take down that Terrorblade. Now Matumbo Man as Yang walks forward towards him. It's getting a little bit too dicey for Vici. The BKB and Paparazzi might decide to back out. Oh, Ori might just be Batman. And the Phantom's Embrace able to walk away, hit onto a creep, it looks like. Gale cuts him. Some trouble, TPing out of their Mouthfist onto Yang. Away to TP, break the TP for Ori. Snowball forward, Mind Control still has that black hole if he wants to use it. Thinking of dropping it here, he disconnects on it too. And meanwhile on the other side, they end up breaking it. So this fight is looking pretty good for Vici, but they end up losing the Loon in the end. And that might be about all that he wrote as Liquid is going to start to lay into this Tide Hunt. He wants to take that break off of him, but it's not happening. They eventually kill off Yang, possibly? Yeah, it's happening.
Man, Atu's just, they're so scared of him. You saw him running in there trying to kind of like hit it, and he's tanky with this puck because their physical damage is a bit limited. They'd already expended everything, absolutely everything to kill Shadow, and he's alive again now. And Matu gets a, I think it was a 4-man over the Enigma hole on the side there. Oh, man. They blew everything, right? Coil, Chain Frost, and Ravage all to kill Shadow.
And normally you think like, all right, this black hole, it's you know, hitting onto 2, and that should end up, you know, working pretty well. That it, and it doesn't matter that they break it. They kept them away long enough. As it does look like Earth Spirit is going to get down here by Vici. But in the meantime,
kill.
It's Roche.
Yeah. Now that's going to give Shadow. I thought he might maybe, after getting burst down some magic manager, might switch to a BKB, but now he's got an ninja, so it's like, oh, I can be more greedy. I can go for my stun, finish that, and then maybe go for that BKB if I feel the need to.
How many times have we just seen the Gale just barely clip onto those heroes?
Yeah.
And be put in a rough situation, having to pop that BKB early for the Luna.
Exactly.
Now having the Gale summons 2 wards.
I was literally about to say, that makes the team fights really devastating. If he ever lands like a 2-man Gale, the fight's just like, oh god.
It's going to be a Blink Dagger for the Venomancer.
In the midst. I think he's realizing if he just gets right in there, gets the poison or gets the Veil, will be that distraction for
that spell amplification
Radiant
for the...
are scanning.
They both got super buff, both of the level 15 talents.
Nice.
Yeah. What, it was 50 damage and 10% spell amp, I think, before?
Right.
Pretty sure that was, yeah. Needed a buff. Definitely. I really like the spell amp Veil, since they are, the way it works is additive.
Okay.
It's quite strong on the buff.
So 4,000 net worth lead here for Team Liquid.
Ooh. Oh. Look at that. He starts porting in, and look at the Tiger and the Puck, as well as when they have a Lich down below, they just start running from Monty. That says a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have their big damage deal, like you said, like static damage between the Puck and that. They don't have the Luna there, so.
Dire's
And that makes it so predictable where it is that Vici are going to take fights. Like, Veno doesn't need to know anything else about the game except that Luna is not there, and then he can TP in.
Yep.
Makes it so much easier for them to play. It's the BKB for mind control.
And now team fights seem so hard.
DY. Stand a chance. Eventually just going to get beaten down.
Got the wave. Well, all about the range straight release.
Tell me not it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Paparazzi just going to keep on trying to farm up. This is his only game plan right now. Not really a great plan B, at least.
No. That's what he has to do. It's a 4 protect 1, as we said. This Paparazzi needs to be the most farmed hero in the game for them to have a shot versus Liquid. But Liquid, they've got this Tower Blade who's matching the farm, and like we said, Mike caught up, even though he's died 6 times. He's got the key items. Has the BKB, very close to Blink. Team fights are going to get a lot tougher and a lot more awkward for Vici.
The jungle. Yay, a bit too far forward. The Shurtren's going to block him off. Trying to keep him alive, but not going to happen. It's just getting pretty far forward there.
Now they want to get a little bit more out of this meta usage, go for this tier 2.
There is still the tier 1 standing in the bottom lane, but pushing forward this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under
It looks
attack.
like it will fall really quickly. Vici can kind of just come in and maybe throw out a shards or something to pull the creeps. I mean, there is still sort of an answer of like a level 25 Puck super late down. How often have we really been seeing people even get to level 25? Yeah. It doesn't happen all that often. And the Terrorblade and the jump forward coming from a man, I mean, force people back.
Yep, that was the plan. Get the tier 2. Yep. You can back up and wait for meta again before you try to take the fight. And yeah, Shadow, he has had that Aegis we were mentioning, got the greedy Scotty, knows that he can do that because he can go for the BKB afterwards. Feeling a lot of pressure on Vici.
4-person smoke now. You sort of get the idea that they know that this is happening as it calls it out, and immediately mind control is going to hide off on the side of creep wave, push it out. The Snellons, not show.
Yep. Think Shadow. Shadow's just going to send those illusions to push out the top wave too, and it'll start to get it off you. Because they have that ward.
It's like Vici are just not going to be able to do it. And it's just such good like recognition, Liquid, of where the movements can go. It's like chess happening in front of you. So
it's the understanding, right? Yeah. They're just like, yeah, we have Aegis, and we still have like BKB, Blink, Black Hole, but Shadow doesn't have meta. Like, there's no point in us really. What would we gain out of getting a fight here? There's no Roche, there's no outer towers that we can like. If we do get a fight without this meta, there's no risk of them doing what they just did. Just sit back, chill, wait for meta, and then they can look.
16 to 16, but feeling a lot more in favor of Liquid.
Yeah.
And still waiting as the Aegis is just now going to expire. Have about 3 minutes until it's capable of respawning.
This is one of the, I mean, not one of the first, but one of the first in a while. I guess I could say that, look at GH and Kuro, he's North. They're just,
hey!
Because Kuro, he got given a lane, and he's a Grimstroke, so he's got his PM town. He's significantly farmed. Look, he's got a he's got an Orchid Cube.
Dude, this is the most Kuro's been farmed in a while.
He's got an Orchid Cube.
It's Grimstroke, right?
Yeah.
Make it work. Vici feel like they need to make something happen though again, and it's a 5-man smoke. We'll see if they can catch Liquid out this time.
They've got the butterfly finished from Paparazzi, and they've got all their ultis available, so they want to like get something on this peak timing. I think the Aegis is reclaimed as well. It is. Yep. So
again, Kuro, they're trying to break the smoke, but they're heading towards the mid lane where Enigma might show as the courier is going to head over towards Secret Shop. They want something bigger than Kuro right now, and well, it looks like they're going to have to settle for that. It might end up being enough to let them push at least a little bit. Kuro will die.
But immediately look at the side lanes, like GH starts forcing bottom, you see Kumbaksu's already heading top, and they don't actually have the wave. Wave ain't there in the mid lane.
Oh, mind control. Stuck around a bit too long. They do have Wallace should try and keep him in position. Shadow's going to throw out the reflection, keep it away. There's going to be broken. Mind control. BKB is not going to be able to do enough if they chase him down. Well, that is 26 minutes and getting ready to push towards this tier 2 tower. They have buyback on both of their heroes still.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. Well, that cuts it down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And now they get to put some aggressive wards down and control a little bit of Liquid's jungle.
I mean, it still definitely feels like if you get a full 5-on-5 fight, it's not going to look that good. But Liquid keep on throwing the 2 heroes away and jump in. Rabbit's going to connect on him, the Tumble Man. He didn't cover the grab, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like the chase now comes. The Shadow is moving forward from this one to magnetize, as well as that Poison Nova is starting to really lay into Vici. Fade's going to be the other one. Pays the price as well as this Top Hunter, but it's not the big core. Luna is still going to be able to get out of this one, it looks like.
They got that three though.
Yeah, that's true.
Got the ulti off, and they turned that one, and that's gonna be the BKB finish for Shadow. And they still have, yeah. I mean, I controls BKB and Black Hole, and oh, an Arcane Rune.
All right, that's really good.
Arcane Rune plus the CDR level 15 talent.
Oh my god.
He wants to go do something.
The Midas. 50-second cooldown.
Very nice.
Oh, it's brilliant. Alright, big on for Puck. They will have Tidehunter back up in 20 seconds. He has buyback as well if they want to be able to defend this. 4,200. 92%. Yep, that's me.
The efficiencies might... I wonder if you could surpass 100% efficiency on that if you have like Arcane Rune and stuff. No?
No, alright, thanks, Pimp.
Why? Why? That makes sense, right?
Can't go over 100%. What are you talking about?
I mean, the cooldown reductions in Arc technically what, right?
I mean,
whatever. They just like I hate you so.
I can hear. Oh my god.
Yep.
29 minutes. All right, the movement in Vici ready to push again, possibly. I mean, it does feel like they're still needing to keep that pressure on in some way. Maybe they need to wait for Puck to just get super farmed at this point.
They don't have a Ravage right now. That's the one thing. But they know that is on cooldown from Liquid. They've got 50 seconds where they're playing pretty confident.
Shadow just pulling the creep wave past.
All right, Roche spawn is the does scout it immediately. Yeah, but we've been seeing so much. I feel like in the last year, so I've seen so much more manipulation between the illusions and people cutting it. Not like cutting next wave, but cutting like the second wave.
Right.
It's like they just go for these really deep plays to mess up the creep equilibrium.
The next level play, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Does set up for a double wave moving towards mid. Shadow. The Ancient is going to come and try and pull that creep wave back. Illusions.
Illusion room top. This is where
Liquid
wants to try to take something here. Baits the I mean, the power of Terror Blade with illusions is so much.
Shards locked Shadow in there for the moment. He's not quite at that level 20 talent. It can make a pretty big difference, particularly against a Luna.
Yeah. He doesn't have a Vlad or anything on his team either, so his sustain isn't really the same when he's just tanking a Roche.
Roxy's finished a Satanic as well.
Okay.
Need to be careful about this. This does mean she does not have botback because of 1500 away. So it looks like they're going to try and keep Roche under lock. And Paparazzi's really big right now.
Yes, definitely. Just still, it's always that threat. Just gotta watch your positioning.
Hooked up right now, Enigma is... Oh, he jumps in. He's got the black hole there immediately. Yeah, he can try and interrupt this one, but with the BKB, there's no answer. But there's a Satanic immediately turning this around. PH not catching on to anybody at all. They use that Eclipse as well. Paparazzi still being through it for the moment, but Shadow too big, too fat, and in the middle of all of them, the Ravage interrupted after keep out. Can they kill off in time? No, Luna dies, no buyback, and that might be the thing that turns it. They buy back on top. They need to take this fight right now, but everybody from Liquid is so survivable, and now Tumbleman blinks forward, finds DY, TP away, Malefits interrupt that one, and done.
Or he wasn't there for the start of the fight, or he was pushing out the top lane really quick. Liquid got there, saw that, just immediately go for the jump. Shadow does die before he gets the Sunder off, but he does have buyback, unlike Paparazzi, who spent all of his gold at Satanic. And Liquid, they were keeping tabs of that too. They probably saw that was a fresh picked up Satanic.
And it's one of those things where you feel in a moment like, all right, the Satanic, I'm going to be able to turn this one back around, but actually that second source of damage, and
they only have the Luna to really dish out that big damage after the other spells are all cast. Like you mentioned, static damage from Puck. Even though she does have that Dagon to finish off that EB. Once the Luna goes down, it's just not a...
It also hurts if you're not there for the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up. Yeah, Puck will show up at like end of it, but
right.
Yeah, he was pushing top.
Luna's back up in 15 seconds. This is going to be a hell of a fight that they have to take with the Aegis there on the TE.
I just realized I do that pretty often. I call Puck a she, but then I call it a he all the time. But it's an it. But I do it all the time.
It's a dragon.
It's a fairy dragon. My girlfriend just loves the hero, so I just associate it with something.
Look at it. Cute little guy, girl, dragon.
Isn't it?
It. So now further control gained. Maybe for the stats instead of the reflection cooldown.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one that often recently.
No, especially now when you're playing versus something like that, like someone like Luna who doesn't have anything to actually really remove besides the BKB and have a Manta.
Yeah.
But just I guess Shadow's just prioritizing just himself rather than prioritizing just stats for himself, trying to survive.
I feel like we've seen a couple of games. We think about the AM game the other day where terribly if you just don't burst it in time, then you're going to be able to win the fight, and that is kind of what that stats tells me, I guess.
And especially when he's playing versus like all this like spell damage and spell amp, right? The Puck having this Dagon, it can make sense.
Yeah.
Just wanting him to just be as tanky as possible.
So it looks like that Arcane River hell up for Puck. I mean, is there another timing that they need to look for? It feels like you need to almost find Enigma at the start of the fight or something and burst him, but even then you got Terrorblade issues.
I don't know. It's tough. I think they need to have like things that the other playing to Aegis cheese. I mean, I'm thinking like clicking on Paparazzi. That might be it. He's got the rapier queued up, but that can also be scary because they've been clicking on Shadow. They've Shadow in the fights. They know Shadow does not have a butterfly yet, but you know his TB, the next item, it's more than likely butterfly because sure he could go MKB to go straight only with Paparazzi, but they've shown that they can kill him anyway with that.
And maybe you can avoid some of the attacks with the rapier could be enough. You get lucky, just sort of cross your fingers and hope. It's not a great strategy, but
you can hit everyone else with the rapier. I guess Matu also has a halberd.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of evasion.
Dire's bottom tower.
And the disarm too, of course.
Yeah, halberd being like amazing versus those range duos, of course, those 5-second to disarm.
Can't BKB it off.
No. I mean, if he gets it off and then if Matu gets the halberd off and then Paparazzi BKBs, the fight is going to be so bad for Vici. It's like disarmed BKB.
We do have the refresher that's going to coming out for Tidehunter eventually. He's got, I think, the gold form at this point pretty close at least. Okay. But obviously wanted to save for buyback as well.
He doesn't have mana. He has the mangoes. Yeah, he bought it. I was looking, I was like, 325. I don't with the mango, does he even have enough?
I don't know if he does.
I don't think so.
Like, can't cast anything else.
I don't know. It's gonna.
All right. I mean, he could try and break some TPs here. Ah, no. Do it. So, Paparazzi is going to TP away. That was really close to death.
He was just in the tree line there. We see these GPM, CRs, and Mices and whatnot kicking in when this game is just like kind of chilling for a bit. He's able to do that much more harm.
I mean, Puck is going to start to become an issue pretty soon. Level 23 right now, and is going to be able to get to that 420 GPM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Dragon 5 is going to be significant with all that spell lamp.
It's just needing to be such a clean fight from Vici.
Yeah, it's still always this threat, right? It's just this enigma. You have to be so careful positioning and so careful of like when you split away from Paparazzi. If you walk away from him for a second, you're just gonna get black hole. Maybe black hole, and then the majority of your damage is gonna.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Liquid looking like they want to try and take this opportunity, hitting a strong timing themselves and start to deal damage to the tower. Wards down, Metamorphosis pop, Shadow staying in the back.
They still have the Aegis for a little bit too, so they're trying to make the most of it.
Not that long left though, only 20 seconds actually. They need to be careful that they don't get caught out as the Aegis expires. Dagon 5 is done. Aegis is really close here to coming off. Shadow still feeling comfortable though. Ori in the backside of all of this, making sure he can break some Blink Daggers.
Gets forced up by his teammate.
All right, and they're just backing out.
That's what we call making the most out of it, right? Last 30 seconds of the Aegis, they just go.
They still have vision here. Ori's thinking about it.
He has
so though.
Yeah. It's a bit scary.
Gotta feel frustrating, I'm sure.
I'm gonna build the Hex on Liquid. I know somebody. Okay, it's gonna be Matu. You always want to build up, because sometimes, you know, you're talking about how the Grimstroke, you don't really have those partners sometimes, but you can minimize spread, because it works on items too. So you Soulbind, you can double X people, not too. And Matu pretty much has it done.
Double Halberd even.
Yeah, double Halberd, double Hex, double Ethereal Blade. I see GH has the Ethereal Blade pretty much finished up. I mean, the double Hex is a big one, really.
Yeah. It's not gotten any closer to that Orchid yet.
He switched.
He switched over.
He went for the 4-step when he
never gets
rich
fun.
He's
got 2,200 gold in his bank.
Dude, he's got 56 last hits. Like, that's so much for Kuro.
Happy as a clam. GH is just gonna cut some waves up here.
They know that Vici smoked mid now. They just saw the spells casted, the Dagon as well, and the Illusion.
They're TPing back for GH. Want to find him? Oh, got him. Eulens didn't even need to use the coil. And with that, GH gonna try and get away. They know he's over here. Another roll. Oh, he's still getting out of there. There's a Lucid Beam. Dagon, the chase forward.
Gotta BKB himself.
Oh my god, gotta get out of here. The roll, he keeps rolling 4 seconds. Eat your heart out. Oh
he
my god.
Him He's alive. He's gone. He used all of his stones, but he traversed distance.
Run away, GH. He's cheating. He wants it so bad. He got him in the end.
He actually didn't get out. Oh my god. Or he relentlessly chases.
All right, this started here, then it went like that.
That was literally a whole map chase. And I don't know if they got to see it. Someone may have been able to click on the Luna in time though, but the one attack that hit the Earth Spirit chunked him down. So the Rapier, if they would quick click on it, has been revealed. Now Shadow walks up and now they should know.
Yeah. My god. Divine Rapier picked up 39 minutes into this game. And, you know, has the MKB queued up, but what do you take out afterwards? Like, boots at that point? You still kind of want the range from the Dragon Lance? A lot of questions.
It might just have to be the Lance. The Luna's not really that tanky, though, either. It's 2200 and stuff. It's tough. Definitely a tough decision.
Terribly. He does have his Butterfly done also, so you do really need it.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, the Halberd, of course.
They picked up quite a few significant items on the side of Liquid here, too. Like we said, the Hex that was coming out on Venos soon, but also an Octarine now in Mind Control, too. So these team fights... it's continuing to get harder and harder for Vici.
Does come an interesting question also of, oh, the 5-man smoke.
5-man smoke, and also there's a energy booster bought on Tidehunter. So now the mana should be there.
Gotta be so careful here. You lose one fight by Liquid and you don't have buyback, and all of a sudden you're going to lose your entire base. Right now they don't have buyback on their Terror Blade, and jump immediately initiated. They've been able to find that Enigma, right? Start trying to burst him down, and they will be able to find the kill. GH is there as well, the BKB, but it's not nearly enough to mitigate the damage. Does he miss the right click coming through? And the smoke, the walk away, but they're almost able to kill off Matamba Man.
They burst before he can get the cheese as well.
Huge plays, Kuro is dead, the 3-man buyback immediately, and now Shadow moves in, but again, he doesn't have buyback. He needs to stay alive here so badly, but there's gonna be the black hole. It's caught up in the glimmer. It's keeping her alive, they can't find it. Paparazzi turns it. Can they do this though? He's already found a triple kill. The Evil Scepter lift up. He wants to turn on the Shadow, but there's the Halberd. It's not going to be it. The right click, he's running away. They need to keep Paparazzi alive so badly. The chase, the glimmer again. He's trying to run the snowball. He needs to charge the second. They turn. They're going to be able to bring him down again. Paparazzi so much in, but it's not enough. Rapier on the deck. The Pop jumps in and not able to get it. And now Shadow has the Rapier, and well and truly in trouble. Vici gonna get ran down their lanes.
That was really well executed fights by Vici too, right? Just the way they just instant-burst the Dagon. Again, now in Kuro.
He's trying. He is.
I mean, there's a reason we were saying that Ori's poke is legendary. Those are some excellent usages by the whole team there, but Shadow relentlessly chasing the Luna, but these Glimmer Capes, right? Even DY, the little things in these games, is like a Glimmer Cape and a Frost Shield almost keeps Paparazzi alive, but now, a huge swing, as you said, Liquid now having
20,000 net worth lead. God, you think about that, there was no buyback on the TB at the start there. Oh, that would have been huge, but big plays, saved the day for Liquid, at least for now. I mean, without that Rapier, it feels like it's going to be so much harder.
Yeah, I really want to like see that one, because like the angle approach that Shadow did in the fight for me was so awesome. Like his whole team, everyone else on the side of Liquid was kind of like on the left side getting caught by a coil, caught by the Ravage. Shadow goes to the shrine and wraps around behind them, and that's why he's able to get that big positioning advantage for them.
That's a TI winner right there.
It absolutely is. He's 12-2-5 in this game.
DY now holding the base, and Liquid feeling a little bit cheapish after that last one, needing to go back, secure themselves a Roche.
This is Aegis Cheese Refresher, and they've already, I mean, now it's going to be refreshing too on this Enigma.
They will have, they're quite going to have Ravage, it looks like, when he responds 20 seconds away. And it looks like this is just going to be a Roche given over to Liquid.
Drops him. He's got Rapier. He's... okay.
He's slotted.
Shadow has even grabbed the refresher too. Let's see if they're going to pass it. I think they would pass it to Mike as well. Yeah, they do.
Luna has another Rapier queued up. It's still around 3,500 gold away from finishing it.
Oh boy.
It's tough. I mean, one thing to keep in mind here is that Terrorblade has the Rapier in his hand instead of the MKB, and Luna still does have a Butterfly.
This is true. It's a lot weaker though. Now her damage is quite puny compared to what it was before. The satanic hits allowed her to live because of how much damage she was lifestealing off because of how much damage she was doing. Now she's doing way less. She kind of trapped in their base besides Ori.
Puck does still have that Dagon 5, has the Sheath done, and is starting to build up that net worth even further.
Yeah.
420 GPM talent.
But he's getting he's got the choices, of course, to go for like refreshers and ethereal blades and whatnot to replace his other items. But
smoke up with 4. TB gonna walk forward first. Question is, you just walk up a hill and force them to battle you? They do still have that Aegis. BKB down to 8 seconds.
I think just force the battle. You've got Rapier, you've got Metamorphosis. Doesn't need the MKB to hit buildings. Like, all that matters, just be able to beat it down with the Rapier.
Move it. Now Metamorphosis there. How do you deal with this Vici? They have the Frost Shield on
Frost
one.
Shield's so good.
Still have to be so careful about that black hole as well. Each of these fights becomes so difficult for Vici, and on the meantime, Liquid feeling like they are in a good position. Jump forward, they sheath the TB.
Just doing the poke, poke every single time the cooldown's up, use Dagon every single time it's up on him.
Oh my god.
A little bit low.
Yeah, they gotta actually be careful. That's a lot of damage coming from that Dagon. With the Lucid Beam combo, Shadow, it's not free here. They might sunder one of his teammates, or just back out. Looks like he's going to that Satanic next.
Yep.
I just feel like that item has gotten so much better recently. I know that Black was talking about it a lot. He was loving it.
Yeah, I mean, it's status resist, right? It's really nice. It changes a lot of things because it changes that people, a lot of Dota players have just like have ingrained in their head, right? Like how long their disables last, but status just messes things up.
I mean, the other thing that TB needs to be a little bit careful about, he does have 50 armor, but Tidehunter does have the 250 damage talent now at 25.
Yeah. I actually go for it. Rather the CDR in this game. As we saw like the game where Ghost is playing it, he has like Collides Death, so it makes a lot of sense. But like the CDR works on your item too, right? So
yeah.
Like, works really well for Refresher. So a bit surprised to see actually.
Dire's top tower.
So if this game drags out a little bit longer and Paparazzi is able to farm that second rapier, I mean, does it start to become tenable them taking fights against Liquid?
It's just this enigma, right? It's what can you do versus like the black hole. It feels like maybe because Ori's playing really well with puck and everything, but you're protect one versus EB who's so farmed, and the Venom and Enigma are still doing a lot in the fights. Right? Still so much chaos coming out from the side of Liquid. Vici needs like perfect kind of. They need the perfect kind of things coming out, right? They need everything to hit perfectly like they did in that base, the fight right outside the base, and hope that Liquid doesn't have like the buyback, but Liquid is getting a lot of farm. And we were talking about the Hex and the Venomancer. GH also just pumped a full Hex out. They have so much, just so much at their arsenal now on the side of Liquid.
Yeah.
They definitely have big problems. I mean, Paparazzi sneaking himself to get that rapier.
We'll pick it up here, so... okay.
Buys it right before.
I see. Making sure they didn't end up getting jumped on there. Such a smart little play there.
Yeah, just the little things.
Yeah.
Man. Just being a little careful.
It is a sheep for the Earth Spirit.
It should... Like the Soulbinds, they have so many ways now that it actually... coordinate with it.
And then again, this movement towards this bottom lane, Shadows pop the Metamorphosis and take on that 2-3 tower very rapidly with the rapier in hand.
And with that meta range, he doesn't put himself so much at risk. Not opting for the Sunder. Not opting for the Sunder cooldown. Just hit it from the low ground.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And same thing, right? Last 30 seconds of their Aegis, they force the movement onto that high ground to the racks. Rather than like backing up or anything, no, they're making the most of it.
Dire's bottom barracks are
They've got a little bit more pressure coming in bottom, and 28,000 gold lead. It's finally going their way as well. And yeah, when you're passing the 40-minute mark, it becomes more important about controlling the map because you get these double runes that come out, and that means more double damages for your carry. And Terrorblade with the double damage is sitting at plus 731 damage right now. So yeah. Oh, he walked away from us.
Oh.
It was.
There is the Hex, and that is looking like it is going to be a dead old Ori. Does still have buybacks. He's got $1.5 billion gold.
That's, I mean, that's so scary though. The control that can come out from a Earth Spirit, because you can, rolling bolt, stun, Hex, and then rolling bolt it again right afterwards. You can get more than enough for someone else to come in. For Ori, go Link immediately after all that on the puck.
Seems like a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
Aeon Disc is going to be there for the Tidehunter as well, as it looks like, again, Liquid smoke up in the river. They're going to wrap around towards the mid lane, it looks like.
I mean, the lanes are pushing, so they're like, okay, we can make these aggressive moves when things are just being forced into the side of Vici.
I'll roll up, check to see if there are any wards. Don't see any.
45 seconds meta. Trapped in their base.
They don't Tidehunter right now. It's going to have to TP back, and also the puck is going to buy back for this one, as it looks like the tier 3 tower is going to fall. And with that, Liquid backing away. Look, Tidehunter's outside of the base, and Shadow is there. They see him. This is Shadow-bladed Tidehunter. It's so hard to make that jump, though, when you know Liquid's right behind him.
Scared. Liquid feeling pretty damn good. Yeah. 34k gold. Everyone's farming. Everyone's got GPM talents. Full control on the map.
15-minute mark. Is anybody else still close to the next levels? I guess you've got the Frost Shield duration for Lich.
It was very close to 25 too for the 3x Plague Wardage. If he hits 1 or 2 heroes with the Gale, then there are 3x Plague Wards summoned. Yeah,
the giant Plague Ward.
Yeah.
Enigma also has the Refresher and the Refresher Orb with the Octarine Core. They are so fun.
Yeah, so fun. And I mean, they got a pretty much not a free rapier given, but they got a rapier given to Shadow, and now he's got Moonshard too. He is for me. Mess.
Oh, movement in. He's not his team though. Need to be careful. Jump in. Immediate initiation. The Hex to follow it up, and they bring him down. In Ravage can invest on absolutely everybody, and Enigma again in trouble. They find that kill as well. Shadow walking in through the river. The buyback comes. They're going to try and TP into the shrine and see if they can turn this back around. There's no more Ravages available for them. As H jumps in, and there's on the hell out of him. The paparazzi turnaround there is though coming out, and the black hole TP away. Second one, the black hole mind control. Oh my God, the Refresher interrupts. Didn't stand a chance, and another figure on the deck.
That was a bit awkward because I was like, whoops. No one saw it. I got another one. But that's the second rapier in the deck, and that might just be enough for Liquid to actually close this one out. Even though they were separate, and they got Mike again with the double Ravage. Shadow just comes from the back, then he's like, okay, you guys have nothing, and they were able to control paparazzi down for the most of it.
And buyback from the Luna. This could be the final here. The Hex comes out immediately and interrupt. Overy in trouble. Gonna have to go for the Janta West. Can he get out of there in time? And then the Blood Cold comes out. He had the Refresher shard. They're able to find it. The Courier's even dying. Everybody's slowing down from Vici as Luna's dead. GG called and licked 2-0.
I mean, they got a lot of the control, but it was just they had no way to see KB Black Hole. Sure, he got caught a bunch of times, which was an excellent move by Vici, but his job in the fights was literally just BKB, jump on top of paparazzi and get the black holes. Paparazzi even lived
I know.
almost every time through the black holes and got the satanic off. Yeah, Liquid just having a good grasp of this game still.
Buybacks, right? Like, they get them, they buy back. It doesn't matter.